I was very happy to hear this evening that the Government of India, the Union Cabinet has decided to hand over the Trivandrum International Airport to a private operator. In fact, I think that's one of the best things that can happen to Trivandrum and one of the best things that has happened in recent times. Because I definitely expect that the private operator will do a much better job than the kind of problems that the International Airport Authority of India has put us through for the last decade or so. Unfortunately, when we had very little work that the IAI did during the last several years, nobody complained about it, nobody bothered about it, even though industry was complaining about the quality of the levels of service, the quality of hygiene, the kind of facilities that were available within the airport. And the most important part, that they were not able to attract flights into Trivandrum. Now that a private operator has taken over, I'm sure that once we get past the COVID situation and once things get back to normal, Trivandrum's connectivity will be much better than what it was before. Because if there is no connectivity, the operator will not be able to make money. So they will have to bring in flights. They will also have to ensure that passengers travel from here. Unlike in the past when the airport authority was not bothered if you traveled to Cochin and then took a flight from there, because they were charging a very high user fee for Trivandrum. In fact, it was one of the highest in the country. So clearly, this is a very good decision. The next one comes in terms of, couldn't the government have done it, the state government? I think the state government should focus on governance, and that is all that they should do. Let them not try to do business. Governance is something which the government, whether it is the present government or another government which comes in, they should focus only on governance and allow the matters like the airport to be run by professionals who can do that. There'll always be a thing said that the Cochin airport is doing very well. Cochin airport is doing very well and was doing very well only because of one individual, Mr. Kurian, an IAS officer. Okay, and there was a time when Kurian was actually shunted out and the airport started becoming very bad, and then subsequently a government brought him in and he brought it back. It doesn't mean that every bureaucrat can do that. I know several bureaucrats were eyeing for the position of the CEO of the company which the state government would have set up. But the fact is that I don't think government has the capability to run such a project. The other one which is now being talked about is corruption. Well, if you say there was corruption in the way that the Adanis bid for this project, then anyone who gave a higher bid than that, definitely, a lower bid than that, or who wanted more money from, would definitely have been looking at more money coming in. So we can't really look at these, because I think these are again political statements, whether they're made by the ruling party or the opposition. I think these are political statements. For Trivandrum, the airport getting into the hands of a good private operator, I think is extremely good. Let me come to one more point now. The airport is going to be with the Adanis. The Vizhinjam port is already with the Adanis. For the airport and the seaport to do well, there has to be substantial development in southern Kerala and in southern Tamil Nadu. And I'm sure that they will have to support that. So if you have a large group which is supporting that development, who is promoting the area for further development, because you need traffic, you need passengers to be moving, you need cargo to be moving, you need ships to be coming, you need to bring in luxury liners to this place. That will happen, because if that happens only will the operator make money. And when the operator makes money, there is overall development that will happen in the state. And the Government of India will get money because they have been offering, because they offer an amount per passenger to the Government of India for taking over this facility. One thing we must also remember is that the airport continues to be property of the Government of India. It is only a 50-year lease that is given. Unlike in Cochin and in Kannur, where the airport is not in government custody. It is only for namesake that we can say it is a joint venture. Government owns a percentage of that and has an indirect hold on it. But one thing is very clear, you will find it very difficult to fill up positions at the airport with political nominees, because if they want to have an efficient setup, they will need to do a good job about it. So I hope that the Adanis do a good job, and I'm sure that anyone who is seriously keen about the development of Kerala and the development of southern Kerala especially will definitely welcome this decision. And I hope that they take over as fast as possible and make this airport, which is the first international airport in Kerala, one of the best in the country. Thank you very much, and let us all hope that no one tries to block this decision as we go forward.